Okay, we're going to try this again. Let's see here if I've got this audio problem kind of sorted out. This will take me just a second here. I do think that it's pretty much sorted. Uh, yeah, hopefully it's coming through loud enough. I hope so at the moment. Yeah, but otherwise, I do think at least I'm clear. It was a little kind of scratchy there for a bit. This, of course, is San Sequoia. We are rebuilding San Sequoia. Now, we've already done this neighborhood here. We did all 4 of these lots before the game launched and put them in once I got the pack. And then we did all these 4 lots after the game launched. Cafe, retail park, spa. Both of these are going to be completely finished. Just a few last kind of touch-ups and play testing and put onto the gallery this evening, actually. And this big sort of townhouse development over here on the waterfront. Now, today, we're going to start on this final neighborhood, Hopewell Hills, kind of a single-family detached home sort of neighborhood. So we're going to start with this first lot here, this Eucalyptus Lane, 23 Eucalyptus Lane. I've brought my standard RM Cascadian family with me to move them in here. We're going to go in here and start building. That way I have someone to kind of play test if I need them. I don't think I really will need them right off the bat, but just in case. We are going to look at building this with an eye to matching the shells that are around here. You know, they have a certain sort of style, a sort of modern, I'm going to call it kind of retro modern style going here with a sort of updated craftsman sort of feel to it, right? The lot itself is pretty small. Let's go into build mode and we'll take a look. I think it's 20 by 30. It is 20 by 30. We're going to try to keep the price of this down to about $60,000. I'm going to consider this a sort of move-up home. We will see how that works out, right? We'll see how that works out. I have a general idea in my head of kind of what I want to do to create this place. I don't know about keeping the tree. The tree's nice. It's so nice they put a tree there for us. For now, I'm going to move it way back here to the edge of the lot. I probably will not keep it. Ultimately, I'll probably knock it down. We back up to kind of an empty greenbelty type of space here, I guess, or maybe an empty lot that you can't build on. It's got big stone there. I guess it is kind of a little park to pass through. So, you know, kind of sweet. With that being the case, I'll probably leave a back gate so that Sims could go out here and kind of meander about, I guess. I don't know what they'll do. But for now, let's look at the house. Okay, so I have a general idea. A lot of times I have a general idea and I still go ahead and sort of build a little bit and then bulldoze it and start all over. But today we're going to try to stick with our general idea of a sort of retro modern feel, right? Now, one thing right off the bat, we have this kind of nice view of the bridge and the marina, right? I'm a little bit torn there because naturally the front of the house would be here. So most of what I would think we want to put at the front of the house would be like kitchens, living rooms, dining rooms, things that we're going to take advantage of that view with more like bedrooms in the back, which is a little, that's kind of standard with some houses, but also kind of not. Sometimes people will put bedrooms up front with the living areas in the back so that you can reach the backyard easier. But I don't think we're going to do that. And we're going to start, since this is going to be a sort of retro traditional feel, we're going to go ahead and start with a traditional style floor plan. Now, it's not going to stay like this, but let's start with a big center hall, right? We're going to have a big center hall, leads us all the way through the house to the backyard. Backyard will probably be a little small. And in fact, we might not, now that I think about it, we might not do a backyard. We might do a side yard. What have we got over here on each side? Yeah, we could do kind of a side yard here. Gives us access to this area. Also provides us with a view from the yard of, the Great Bridge and the Marina District. So let's start with that. With that in mind, let's go ahead. Let's take that out, right? And let's do some square rooms. Now, I want to leave enough space to do a wraparound front porch of a sort. So let's start with a sort of 5x5 kitchen. No, let's call that the living room. Let's put the kitchen over here by the backyard. And again, we could do a 5x5 for it. And then let's do kind of a dining room next to it. And then a sort of office library area maybe off of the living room. Now, a lot of this is going to be left open. Right now it does have, or we do have walls up for it. But my idea is to leave a lot of it open. Let's take a look at our sort of examples here, right, of these shells. So we have some tie-in with the neighborhood as a whole. Front porches, yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and set the front door back a little bit, like that. Kind of give it some definition. And with that being the case, we probably won't put the kitchen up front here. We'll probably make that the dining room. Have the dining room up front. We're going to... The big question with this is if we're going to use this... I don't know if I want to use this really as a true office or as more of a family room extension of the living area. And I'm thinking with this being a family home, and it's a fairly sizable room, we'll go ahead and make it a family room extension of the actual living area. Let's pull up some lighting here so we can see what we're doing. Like so, and then we're going to have, a front door here, a back door. Well, my thought is to do a back door back there, but we don't really have to. And in fact, what we could do, since we're going to have a back door off of the kitchen, well, I'm going to have to think about it. My thought is we could turn the bathroom this way and you could pass in and out of the bathroom to go to this part of the yard. And then we might put a pool back here, right? So let's try that for the moment, where we put the bathroom like that. And then you would have a door that you could use to get out to the backyard, but not really a traditional setup. It would be where you could pass through the bathroom, the half bath, to the backyard to access the pool area. And then this would open up sort of our family room space here a little bit more to the kitchen, right? And we're going to perhaps, for now, let's go ahead and draw a line right here and take this piece out. So I have a pretty open sort of floor plan, and we'll probably do like a bar along here, maybe even around here too. Kind of like this. Again, this is just for now. I might change it. But for now, we're going to try... I don't know that we'll use these particular cabinets either. My thought is to try to stick with base game and growing together. But I don't know that I'm going to find a lot of cabinetry and stuff that I like in those two setups. So let's maybe go with Parenthood as well. Let's say at least Parenthood, maybe something else before we get there, but we'll go with at least Parenthood. Parenthood growing together base game, and we'll put a bar like this and like this. Actually, let's pull it out a little bit. Like that and like that. And then on this side, of course, we can put, a corner cabinet. like that. It's not exactly what I was looking for though. I need something a little bit bigger to fit in there. Let's look at, what other options do we have? We have something like this, still kind of too small. Let's look at this, I guess. What about, how about that? No, that's still too small. Okay, so we could do it like that. I haven't really ever tried doing it this way before, if you can tell. This sort of column here in the middle. And will it work? I don't know. Maybe not. One thing we could do is we go ahead and just make it a true column, kind of like this, right? And then we've got the appearance of having this sort of shelving down here, and it works okay. We could also do something like that. You know, so it frees up a little more space, and maybe like that. We're gonna leave it like that for now, and then we'll come back to it. We'll revisit it later, but this gives us a general idea of kind of where we're headed. Now, on the second floor, most of these are two-story houses that kind of replicate the first floor, right? So we basically just take the same square we've got down here and we move it up here, like so. We could take that out, that out, that out, take this out. Now, one thing I might do, what I'm thinking right off the bat is, we might build a conservatory here off the back, off the kitchen, of some sort. So we might come through here like this and do a sort of 3-season porch kind of extension, right? Like maybe something that was added after the house was built. Again, maybe something that's meant to kind of tie into the pool area and the backyard area. And we would have sort of roof line. We'll put a quick roof on here just to give an idea of kind of where we're headed with it. And I have how much have I spent so far? $11,000. And I'm trying to keep this at 60,000. So you can see right off the bat, maybe, maybe not. I'm going to try though. I'm going to try. Walls cost a lot. So that is a lot of what you spend at the start of something like this. So we've got this set up. The roof lines are pretty typical sort of style. And I think we're going to follow that style. We're going to do something like this for now. I may need to change it as we go on, but something kind of like that, right? And then we'll maybe, I might go ahead and pull this, I might go ahead and do a bump out here. Because some of the houses in these neighborhoods seem to have these little kind of bays, right? These old bay style windows on the front. So let's do these bay, let's do a bay window on the living room and the dining room. And it looks to me like, see how it kind of goes all the way up the front, like on that one. I'm not going to do it all the way up the front. I'm going to just put it here and maybe grab, this is something that's kind of, these metal sort of roofs like this are kind of current where I live right now. You see a lot of this sort of style, this here. I don't really, let's try this color maybe. Maybe for now. Let me think about it. I wish I was a little bit bigger, right? We could also do this to kind of tie in with some of the other builds I did, but I don't want to do that for that reason. So let's try this. Let's just try this for now. One thing I don't like is we have to overlap it like that, and I can use the tool mod to fix that stutter, but I would rather it just kind of fit naturally. In order for that to be the case, though, we would have to make it smaller. We'd have to make it 2 squares across. instead of 3, which we could do. I mean, there's nothing to say we can't do that. Let's see. Let's pull that in a little bit like that. So we'd have that sort of bay. And we'd have this sort of bay over here. And we'd go up. For now, let's call it, you know what? Actually, let's not call it good. Let's move it like this. Let's move this like this. Let's move this over here. I want to go ahead and take this particular wall in a little bit. We're going to take this out here, kind of notch it out. And we're going to do the same thing over here, kind of notch this wall out. Go back up here, move that over. And we're going to notch out this wall up here. Because my thought is I'm getting ready to do this roof line here on the top of this thing, and I don't think I'm going to love it the way the current front is designed. Because I do want to do these sort of, like this, right? Kind of these peaked roofs like that. And in order to do that, I kind of didn't want it out here, right? Like that. That's kind of big. It looks cumbersome and clumsy, and you've got this stick out over here. So I'm going to go ahead and just bring it in a bit like that. And like that. And that's kind of getting our start. We're starting to get there. Get some excitement going on this. This actually might end up moving. Actually, I might not use those. Because I do want to put a front porch on this thing. Let's go ahead and put a porch on it real quick, in fact. Just so we're kind of on the page of where we're headed, right? We're kind of on our page. Let's go here. Bring this out. We might have to scoot the whole structure back as well, which is going to eat into our pool. So we're going to have to think about that. But for now, let's move this like this and this like this. And we'll move this over here and over here. And I suppose we could go ahead and do like so. In the end, too, one thing I might do is maybe go ahead and move this bay and do a bay on the second floor as well for each floor. Might do that. Let's instead, though, for the moment, let's go here. Let's build a roof, build our ceiling, and we are going to put a roof on there. Probably something like this. Pretty simple roof line. Let's bring it down, bring it across. Like so, yeah. So see, if we do that, we really don't need these on this particular window down below. Got everything we need just like that. I might make the roof just a little more sloped, like so. Might move it back a little bit and just kind of do like that, because yeah, we're going to need to do like that so we can fill in that gap, and then maybe pull it out a little bit like that. Got our start of our roof there for our front porch. We're going to raise all of this up. We're going to put a foundation on it, at least a couple of steps high. Again, let's take a look at our sort of models here, right? Our shells. They're going up about 3 steps or so. I don't know if I want to go up 3, maybe just 2, so I don't lose quite so much yard, but we'll start with 3, and in doing so, we are going to need to move the house back a little bit. Now, one thing we could do is the house could have a smaller front porch. That would be in keeping with a lot of suburban front porches where they really just seem to be there for decoration to kind of sell a dream, right? I would like to have a real usable front porch, though, so I'm not going to do that. Let's grab our lot. We're going to move the lot back. I guess about that much. That really is not going to leave us much pool room for the pool in the back by the bathroom. So for now, though, I do think that's what we're going to do. We're going to move it back like that. We're going to need some steps going up front. These are just like placeholder steps. I might end up using them and I might not, right? Can't tell. And bring them nice broad steps. That's 4 high, so that's actually a little bit higher. Let's bring it down a little bit there to 3. We could move this. We could move it a little bit to the front. Maybe like that and gain another square of room on the back. I think that'd be okay. And that still gives us some room here to put some bushes and a railing, maybe a little sidewalk extension there. Like this, sidewalk slabs leading up to the door. So we got a good basic little structure going there with the house. Now here in the back, we're going to do kind of the same thing. So let's drop down here. We're going to carve out part of the rooms, like so. Hopefully this will work. We can always redesign the back a little bit if we need. It doesn't have to match the front. Right now it does, but it doesn't have to. It's just kind of what I've got in my head at the moment, which would be a much more traditional style for the front to kind of match the back a little bit. And then we can grab our roof here. I think, what kind of roof did I use here though? Yeah, so we can just bring the roof all the way across. Right, so we get a real pleasing look here in the back. Now, the one thing to think about, of course, is going to be how this roof line's all going to tie together. I guess it doesn't have to, actually, because if we put a pool here, which I really don't think we're going to do. I'm still talking about a pool being there. I don't think that's going to be possible. I don't think it's going to be big enough. So let's not count on a pool there. Maybe we'll just do a garden room there. Or like gardening. Not gardening, garden room, but gardening. And then, maybe we'll have a little bathroom here so you can wash your hands and stuff more easily once you're done planting, That's kind of a real life view. Of course, in The Sims, it doesn't have to work that way. That's just kind of my real life view on it. I do like these shutters here, even if we don't bring up a second floor bay, right? I think that is really pretty and it'll be pretty around the windows. Those are not, of course, though, now that I think about it, those aren't, they came from Seasons, right? So they're not going to be from the 3 packs I'd like to stick with. So let's not use them for now. I may end up changing my mind going back and using them. But for now, let's not. Let's say that we're going to try to stick with the plan. Let me move this here. And maybe we'll just do a roof like this. Right, something kind of like that. So we're still going to kind of get a little bit of that feel of having that awning roof there. That's kind of pretty. We're going to leave it for now. I do not know if I'm going to like it overall. I also kind of want to have the same slope as the porch, right? Just for aesthetics. So let's call it good for now. And that's kind of our porch, and we'll have our outdoor space. But let's grab this here like so. That might be almost too small. I might make it a little bit, maybe like 2 spaces out like that. And then we're going to try just pulling the roof itself out over it, kind of like that. Although I'm going to have to think about that. I mean, we might do it like that. I'm going to think about that. We'll see. I might take the porch here back again to a single tile, just a 1x3 instead of a 2x3. We might do that. We'll see. Now, I do want to look for some colors for this house right off the bat. I tell you what, though, let's go in here first. And we need some stairs, and we need bedrooms and bathrooms upstairs, right? So let's grab our stairs. Again, we're going to use some placeholder stairs here. These may not be what we end up using, you know, in the end. But for now, we're going to put these stairs here. And we're going to make them a single run instead of double. We don't want them double wide. We'll make them single wide. And my thought is to go ahead and take it out, make them kind of floating like this, which is more modern, more of a modern look. And for now, that is what I'm going to do. I might change it. We'll see. But for now, that's what I'm going to do. Let's go up here. And I want to find a nice sort of green is what I'm thinking. Like maybe a hunter green for the exterior. Something really deeply rich. Or something I kind of feel like I call kind of like a Wedgwood green. A mossy sort of green, right? I really don't know that we have anything like that. And especially not if we're going to try to stick to, what are we sticking to? The base game. And growing together and parenthood, right? Let's see what we end up with here. We have this, which is beautiful. I love this. I don't think it comes in green. No, that's not green. That's gray. Shoot. Okay. Grays, and of course we have a blue and a yellow, but no green. So we won't use that. We have shingles. I don't really want to use those. Are those in green? Do they come in green though? Let me see here. No, it's just, I mean, it's kind of a, yeah, it's kind of a grayish. I mean, sort of, it does look sort of green, but that's not it. And we've got this simple siding. Does it have a green swatch? Yeah, kind of. We've got this stuff here. I don't know, maybe, right off the bat, it's not grabbing me. It's not screaming at me, be my favorite. We also have this, though. That's kind of pretty. That is a little bit closer to what I'm looking for. We've got this. It's also kind of pretty. That's not bad. It's actually not that different from that, is it? It's got this sort of nice wood corner to it, you know, that this does not have. We got clapboard crush, which doesn't seem to have anything. So what we have is we have this, we have that, and we have that. So that's kind of our three choices, right? My three choices, that is, really. Someone else might do something different. But I do want to see kind of a nice, lovely green here, green and white. So, my thought is to go with what we have to choose from. Go with this, right? We'll fill all this stuff in. Now maybe this part here, we'll do a stone. Do some stone accents on it because I know that we have this new stone, you know, something like that, which kind of makes me want to extend it up a level. Since, yeah, it does. Let's try putting another room up here like that, right? Kind of extend it up a level, and we'll pull our kind of roof line out there. I don't know. I mean, now that I do it, I don't know that I do like it. It's okay. I like it down here. I don't know that I like it up here as much as I thought I was going to there for a moment. For a moment, I thought I was going to. Let me see what kind of awnings do we have. Maybe that would help. No, that won't help. Now with what we have to work with there, I don't think a different awning would help on that. boy, I don't know. That helps a little bit right there. Put those in there. I don't know, though, about putting a 2-story bay. There's some benefits to it, though. I could see where it could be really cool for interior design. So for the moment, I am going to go ahead and do this, because what we could do over here is if we did a second floor sort of living area as well. Let me drop that down. Say we did a second floor living area right here, something small, something sort of lofty. We could leave this open to the dining room and give the dining room a sort of 2-story celestial sort of window setup. We almost could do that over here in the living room too, but I don't want to run out of space for bedrooms, which I wouldn't necessarily run out of space. We could extend the house back here. We could extend the house back here into this part of the backyard, because we've not drawn out any single rooms up here yet, right? So if I want this to be a 3-bedroom with 2 baths upstairs. And a living space, like right here, maybe. So if this was kind of a master bedroom and bath area, and we had like 2 kids' rooms here with maybe a Jack and Jill bath between them. That's actually plenty of room. That actually is plenty of room for 2 kids' bedrooms and a Jack and Jill bath. In fact, that is probably way more than enough room. In fact, I would say. So let me look at this real quick here. Now, one thing, are we set up correct? Yeah, make sure that's all correct. I don't like that right off the bat. I don't know what's going on there. I guess because of this wall here. Oh, we're going to have to figure that one out. But I don't like that at all. I guess maybe if I pull this back a little bit, does it get rid of it? Yeah, so we might need to pull that back just a little bit. Makes that bedroom a little bit smaller, but I don't think it's going to be a huge deal. Plus, we kind of have to do that well, we don't. Could come around this way to enter the bedroom. But if we do it this way, you could enter the bedroom here and here. And maybe we're going to need a bathroom. Like I said, a Jack and Jill bathroom. What we could really do is the Jack and Jill bathroom and closet area here can enter this bedroom here, and the bathroom here, maybe? Something like that. And then we do have a seating area here, but I don't know that it is. I don't know that it's going to be it's not going to be much of a seating area if I mark part of this off and make it a 2-story dining room. So maybe we don't have a seating area there at all. Maybe we draw a half wall cross here, right? And then we cry because of that. But we take this part out, right? And we figure out, now if we do that, what are we going to do with our roof? What will we do? I guess we don't have to have a roof there. We could do like that, right? Sort of like that. So we could do that. That might be okay. It might be okay. Let me take a look here and kind of see what we've got to deal with. Whoops. Okay, so we'll take that out, and we can always kind of get rid of that, like so. Still leaves a little bit to be desired right there and right there, but for the moment, maybe if we just go ahead and, let me just try, I guess we could just wall this in. I didn't really want to wall it in. I kind of want to have an overhang here, but it does get rid of that roofing issue. So maybe I could just put an archway in here and have that overlooking in some fashion. Probably do that. And I might be able to keep this in that case. Yeah, that would fix that. So let's make our front porch all the way back across again. Maybe. Well, maybe. Maybe. Let's move that back. Because if I want to have windows, 2-story windows here in the dining area, that might not work with the roof in the way, would it? No, it wouldn't. So let's take a look at our window options real quick while we kind of think this through. This is a fairly traditional style house. That's really smaller than I want to use for the space here. And I'm afraid that's too big. Let's look at our base game options since we have these 2 packs and base game to work with. Base game, we do have something like this, which is going to give us much more where I was headed, you know, like that. It's going to give us a lot closer. I think it will work okay with these other windows, you know, because if we use these, say, let's put them here just to take a look at it. If we use those sort of windows with it, it works okay. I don't think it's awful. And we could maybe use these windows over here, you know, for this 3-season room, right? So yeah, that would help tie these different areas and these different window styles together. Let's just put a few of those back here. Kind of have an idea of what our look is going to be. It's not really what I meant to do. Let's grab this, that, right? So we're starting to get a good sort of setup here with our front porch, our basic house outline. Pull that front porch back just a little bit there, just a little bit. Let's see, we've got columns. I know we have new columns from these 3 packs, right? Let's take a look at what we got for columns. I like the new columns with the growing together, and I guess it would kind of tie us into the neighborhood as a whole, right? If we use these here. Do they come in a green, though? I don't think so. They do not come in a green. They do come in a white, so we could do white maybe. For now, we are going to do white. Kind of put these in here. How much money am I spending? $15,000 so far. Not too bad. We're doing okay. Let's take a look at our front door options. I'm going to want to use this, I think, at least a few places. Probably. Now, for our front door, we've got this. Again, the sort of retro style, right? So we could do that. I do like it. It fills up that whole space. It matches really well. So let's call that good. Not sure about that bay again. Let's drop down here. We're going to take that bay out for now. And its attendant roof as well. We'll take the roof there out. These are probably a little high. Let's move them down just a tad there, like so. Give us a nice bright bedroom, nice bright kid's bedroom. Not super large, not super huge. Like I said, in the end, we might have to go ahead. We might go ahead and bump out the back of this house, bump it into the yard, and make these bedrooms larger. Because I'm not super thrilled with the size at the moment. Let's do this. This will be the closet area, and then which will be a shared walk-in closet, a shared Jack and Jill bath. The bad thing is the bath really wouldn't have access to the hallway. You'd basically only access it from these two bedrooms, which I guess is all you really need to access it. If the kids had friends up here, they would just use that bathroom. So I'm not going to worry about it. As far as that goes. I'm a little bit worried about that. We might have to change that a little bit. We might have to bring this out like that, right? There we go. One thing we could do is go ahead and move this here. That makes an even larger sort of bedroom here. Maybe more like a teenager's bedroom on this side and a kid's bedroom on this side. I'm really kind of wondering if there's any way to kind of capture a little, I guess we could capture a little space from here, but not really. Not really. It's just going to make this side bigger and this side the same size as this side now. So this is going to be where our bedrooms are, I think. This is kind of where we're sitting. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. We've got a master over here. We're going to need a bathroom up here for the master bedroom. Bathroom and a walk-in closet. I'm a little stuck on that, what we're going to do for a bathroom and a walk-in closet with this particular shaped room, which is my fault. I shaped the room, of course, but let me see here. What can we do to kind of tinker around with this? I mean, my thought is that really my hands are kind of tied. It's just really to just do it here, right? And then we could have a bed here with some windows, something like that. We don't really need... I may just have to make this a little bit bigger because I am wrestling a little bit again with the master bedroom. It's one thing to make the kids' bedrooms a little bit smaller, but the master bedroom, I really don't want to, right? Now, let me look at our arrangement here. Where do we have some play room? Because I do have an idea. Let me drop down here. If I could somehow capture this space here and add it to the master bedroom, right? Like so. And maybe even this space here. But in order to do that, I've got to figure out a way to provide access to these Jack and Jill bedrooms with the bath in the middle. Oh, Veronica, I'm sorry. I just noticed you put hello from Paris. I'm new. I hope you're still here. I get caught up in building sometimes and forget to check chat, and especially on Mondays when it's a little bit slower. I'm glad you're here. I hope things are nice in Paris. It's starting to warm up here where I live, starting to get a little hot. So hopefully things are still temperate and lovely in Paris. I love Paris, by the way. It's actually one of my favorite cities in the entire world. I think it's just a beautiful city, and you have the most wonderful subway system in the whole entire world. It's so easy to use and literally goes everywhere. It's just amazing. Now let's take a look here again. If I did a little hallway like this, right, and we took this kind of out, and we made space here. To provide access to that other kid's bedroom. We could put a closet here. And we could put a closet here. So like when you enter the room, your closet's right there. And then we have a Jack and Jill bath right here. And that actually works pretty well. Let me see here. Is that still good? That's still good. So, yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think we're going to go with that. It is a little, I'm going to take this wall out, open it up a little bit. But that would give me, I think, the room I'm really going to need here for the master bedroom. And in fact, you know, this could be a sort of, it wouldn't be a palatial bathroom really. Could do that. But there's more than enough room here to do kind of a walk-in closet here, and then walk in here to a bathroom, right, to a master bath. We might have to tinker with that layout just a little bit to make sure the master bath and closet work properly. But then we've got enough room here. We know we can do a bed, maybe a little desk area, a little office area, or a seating area. And that ought to be plenty spacious for a master bedroom in this type of house, in this type of neighborhood. Can this be extended at all? No. That's as good as that's going to get. Just looking at the layouts, right? I'll go a little quiet every once in a while as I kind of puzzle over how to put this together. But I think we could do this for the toilet area, this for the closet, kind of a walk-in closet in this space here. And then we would have, do we have enough room for the bathroom? I don't know. That might not work. That might not work. Let's try this again. Let's take this out and this out, this out. In the United States, it's very common to have the toilet within its own little room, right? A little closet, and especially in new construction. But it takes up space that we just might not have. Now, I could change. We don't have to have two windows there or any windows there. We could put a single window in. And we could maybe do the toilet here and do a tub shower combo here. Or not. We're going to have to look at this. I'm going to have to think about this. I'm going to let my brain really work on that one. For now, there's enough space here. That's the important thing. There's enough space here. I've just got a little kind of ponder around in my head how we're going to divide this space up for the master bedroom to accommodate a master bedroom and a master closet and a master bath. Yes, that's what we've got to come up with. And I know it can be done. I know it can be done. We're just going to have to, really puzzle over it a little bit. Downstairs, we still have our kitchen set up. We have our 3-season porch here. Let's put a few more, just finish these windows. We are going to need A doorway, though. There will have to be a doorway somewhere instead of windows eventually. As well, I want this to really be open to the kitchen, but we can only have it so open because we've got enough space for cabinetry and stuff like that. So my thought is to do this. Open it up that way and this way. We can have cabinets along here. We're going to use these Parenthood cabinets, of course. I think we'll put the fridge here and a stove here. We could almost try putting like, well, yeah, I mean, excuse me. My thought is we could almost try putting cabinets here as well to give us more room in this kitchen. So then we're still going to have our bar area, but then we'll have a little more space here because we need a sink, right? We need a dishwasher. I mean, we don't need those those things. We could get by without them, and The Sims certainly could get by without them, but we want those things, so we'll do like that. Yes. I know. And we're going to grab a couple of quick things real quick before I sign off for a little while. So I have to go meet my son for lunch today. Let's see here. Put that in there. We have a really large sunroom back here, maybe almost too large. We're going to tackle that, maybe. But for now, it's looking pretty good. We have a basic kind of layout, right? We have a nice little house here, starting to take shape, starting to take form that will match the rest of the neighborhood, but has a kind of nice color that sets it apart, right, from the rest of the neighborhood. And that's where we're going to go ahead and call it good for this particular stream right now. If you've enjoyed this, please hit like, subscribe, and notify. I'll be streaming again later today. We're going to tour some more houses in the Fantasy Save build in Bewitchment Bay. And we're going to also have a little bit more build of the Rebuilding Sequoia series, which is what this is part of. Rebuilding Sequoia. We're going to upload our retail park and spa. We're going to upload both of those things later today, later this evening. But in the meantime, I'm sorry, I'm just fixing this real quick. It's going to make me a little crazy there. I had to fix it. In the meantime, I might have to change that again. I want to kind of mimic the angle of this roof line right here. So I might have to tinker with that a little bit. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you later.